What's up, guys? It's Patchysbrix here, and I'm going to be reviewing Attack on Weathertop for you. It came out in 2013, and it costed, I want to say, $50. Could have been $60. I really do not remember, and I'm kind of just doing this offhand. I don't use a script, and I should probably start getting into the habit of doing that, but let me just tell you about this set. So this takes place still pretty early on in the movie, so they got out of Bree, and now they're on their way, and Frodo is with Merry and Pippin and Sam, and they were cooking, and Frodo's like, put out the fire, and now the ring wraiths are after them, and Frodo gets stabbed. So let's take a look at one of my favorite parts of the set first, the horse. Remember, this was the first year that these types of horses came out that could go like this. So you had 2 points of articulation rather than just one. The set comes with two of these blocks to put in there to make it look like no one's on the horse, and the printing on the horse is really nice looking. You get arm printing, and this is not exclusive to this set. It also comes out a year later in the Black Gate set, but what's nice is that you get two of them. This is one with the ring wraith on it. And now let me show you the ring wraith. Each one comes with these gunmetal swords, and take that off. The head is just black, but there's a bit of a shadow from this cape that covers the shoulders really well. It has three parts like this, and underneath you get his robes, and it actually looks quite similar to Darth Maul's robes or the Emperor's robes, which I found kind of funny. I actually used it for Darth Maul before I got the Sith Infiltrator in 2015, because I only had the Advent Calendar Darth Maul Santa and these guys, so I just swapped them out. Then you got another one, and that's the same minifigure. Then Merry looks quite good. I love his cape. This came out in two sets, this color of short cape, but it looks really nice, and his body print, his torso print looks really good as well, if I can get it to focus. There we go. The vest, as you can see, has a little bit of texture to it. On the back, he's just got a little bit of printing, nothing special, and his hair color is exclusive to him. And then he has a double-sided face. The other side is kind of angry, which makes sense. Then you got Aragorn, who comes out in a lot of sets in this form, and it's not. This is the first one if you go in order of the story, but it's not the most sought after minifigure because he comes in a lot of sets, but it does everything it needs to do. The details there. His coat is long. His face has the right amount of stubble and facial hair and cheekbones, and he also has an angry face on this side, which looks good. He gets a sword and a torch, which is accurate to this story, and he also has the necklace that he gets from Arwen. And now we get Frodo, and I put this face on because he does get stabbed, and it's pretty funny. He gets stabbed 3 times, so I think this is a pretty useful face to get. And then he also has his normal I'm sad and I'm Frodo face. And this is different from the one you get in Gandalf Arrives and in Frodo's Cooking Corner. And he gets this nice dark green cape. I think that's also exclusive. On the back, it's actually the same printing that Merry has, but on a brown piece. And then his body printing is just dark red, which is, all it needs to be, but it's just not as nice as the texture on this yellow one. Alright, then you also get the little bit of bush and rock and grass, and it's just nice. This is a little nice way to add to the piece count. You could throw it on the side like that, but it looks really good for what it is. It was nice. They didn't have to throw this in, and you get a bush because of it. And it kind of expands the amount that the set takes up. You see, so this makes it look a little bit bigger than it really is. Now let's get into it. These two dots are flick-fire missiles. They look ugly. I'm not crazy about them. Then you get a loose apple and a loose carrot, and you know how I feel about loose stuff, and a loose piece of chicken, but whatever. I didn't make this set. Then you get a pot, which is a nice piece because we're so used to getting pans all the time, so getting a pot is nice. And there's a bit of a fire for you to cook over with that pot. And then you get this nice spiral staircase, but a huge gap. You can see my finger directly across because of how big that gap is. I'm really not a fan of that. And another thing I'm not a fan of is it looks a little bit blocky here. There's like a bit of, there's some black pieces, and it just kind of breaks up the rocky look. And the rocky look looks amazing here, and it flows really nicely into the roundness of the thing, which is really done well. They use the 1x2, 1x4 that's split in half. They get an entrance here. That makes sense as an opening, but you can still see the gap in there that is caused by the staircase not, exactly fitting squarely. This just, I feel like it could have been filled in a little better, but whatever. Then you see this knob on the top. It opens a trap door, so that's pretty nice. It's used a lot though, and so that's fine. The top of the thing looks really good. You got these arches and the microfig statues that look really cool. I'm happy about those. And, it looks ruined. This is another watchtower looking thing. And this is the most important part of Weathertop, so I'm glad that it's open and you can play on it and have that little battle take place. And then there's also a little hole there that I still don't quite understand what it's for. And then this opens up, and you've got the inside of Weathertop, and it was used as a beacon for Gondor. So actually right here is the beacon, and I like it because it's a little bit of a Easter egg, or it's not used in the movie. It's not really an Easter egg. It's just like a nice really nod to what it is, and I'm happy with that. And then you could also see next to it is the stems for the flickfire missiles, and I think that is pointless, completely pointless, and doesn't look good, doesn't add anything to it. I really would be happy without that, but whatever. And then you also get a weapons rack, which I think is nice. It has a spear and a sword, pretty much all you need. So I'm happy with that. And then a rat, which looks cool. And then some torches. This room actually looks kind of nice to me, and you also get more of those microfigs there. So this actually, the inside of it is one of my favorite parts, even though it's not used at all. If you're just trying to reenact the movie, it's completely useless, but it's one of my favorite parts of this set because it really expands the value, because it throws back to the history of the throws back to the history of the thing. So this is a really nice set to get. I got this one last, I think, out of the whole first wave. I think I bought it on eBay because it already had retired. It retired very early, so I don't think this one sold terrifically well. But it happens, to some of the sets. There's some things like the flickfire missiles and the gaps and the price and the figures that you do get. And another thing that did bother me a bit is that you only got 2 ring race and you want to get 9. So it's kind of 9 would have been nice. If you buy every Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit set, you're only gonna get these 2 plus one of them in their ghost form, whatever you want to call it, when Frodo goes into the Wraith world. You can kind of picture it like that. So I guess that's alright, but I really would have liked to seen the Witch King on a Fell Beast, or like one of these guys on a Fell Beast in the swamps that Gollum takes them to, but whatever. I mean, we're can't pick what we get, so that's fine. Guys, and also I never bought more, and I've bought like 70 orcs, and I've bought plenty of Mirkwood elves and 2 of some sets like the Orc Forge and stuff, but I never decided to buy 7 more ring race because they only came in one set that was pretty expensive. But that's it. So guys, please, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment. I'm really trying to get started with this YouTube account, really trying to make it take off. I also documented myself, or put the first installment of myself building a mock of Barad-dûr, because there's some parts of the Lord of the Rings that I still think should be made in Lego and added to my collection. So keep watching that, and I'll keep that posted. After this, I think we're going to do the Mines of Moria next time. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Really great set. that one's gonna get a much more positive review than this. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.